The war on parents is going to a whole nother level, like literally. The U.S. military has now gotten involved to terrorize a concerned mom and school board member in New Jersey who expressed concerns about the grooming of her daughter. They were exposing her 7-year-old daughter to posters promoting transgenderism, non-binary, polysexual, pansexual. I'm not kidding you. You can see the poster. I mean, it's absolutely grotesque. And so this mom puts a post on Facebook, says she's livid, says this is perverse, and she says that it should be illegal to expose my kids to sexual content, and that she saw these posters during taking her 7-year-old daughter to math night at elementary school. She says, how can my young children be accepting of people who are sexually attracted to multiple genders? They don't know what sex is. Are adults talking about their sexual life with my kids and looking for affirmation? Are there elementary students engaged in polyamorous or multi-gender sexual activity who need my kids to know about it and cheer them on? I'm very confused and angry, she said. And I mean, her post was actually far more moderate than I think a normal person's would have been, right? She says, I welcome debate, and, I'm super affirming of, all the weird gender sexual stuff. It's a pretty milquetoast, if you ask me. And yet, instead of apologizing and immediately taking down these posters and firing all the perverts who thought it would be appropriate to expose elementary school children to polysexuality and pangenderism, no, they sent the military after this mom. You have this clown, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Schilling, and this is what he posted on social media. He posted a statement. It says, the current situation involving Miss Reading's actions has caused safety concerns for many families. He didn't say what safety concerns or what families. He went on to say that the Joint Base leadership takes the situation very seriously, and from the beginning have had the security forces, all capital letters, working with multiple state and local law enforcement agencies to monitor the situation to ensure the continued safety of the entire community. That suggests to me a few things. First of all, the U.S. military has gone totally woke under the Biden regime, and needs to be completely investigated and maybe even restructured by the U.S. Congress at the earliest possible opportunity. Secondly, it tells me we have way too many security forces and state and local law enforcement agencies. If they have time for all these agents to be investigating a mom over her Facebook post, that tells me that there are way too many of them. They got way too much free time on their hands, and we need some really serious national discussion about how insane this is. This weirdo in the military also called this mom an extremist. Yeah, I guess it's extreme to not want your 7-year-old daughter to know what pansexual and polysexual. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And so this weirdo in the military continued running around on social media, posting stuff. Anybody who supported this mom, he's posting stupid comments underneath there, like, oh, you didn't get the whole story, blah, blah, blah. Crazy. The police chief of this town, Robert Duff of North Hanover, actually contacted the administrator of the Facebook post, the Facebook group where this post was made, and urged him to, or urged the group to take down that post. And the administrator called the mom, and according to her, she's like, I don't want Homeland Security after me. Yeah, take it down, right? Oh, my goodness, guys, this is insane. This is America today, right? And you guys remember, we talked quite a bit here about the insanity of sending the FBI's terrorism forces after moms and dads who are speaking out at school boards. Well, now it's not just the clown car formerly known as the FBI. Now it's the U.S. military targeting parents as well. Fortunately, there's been a major backlash. Tucker Carlson's show actually picked this up, which is wonderful news in my opinion. A lot of people now are calling for this Schilling weirdo in the military to resign immediately, and everybody else who is involved in this absurdity. Folks, it's truly hard to imagine that this is what our country is coming to. Now, fortunately, this mom had some sense, and she removed her children from this indoctrination center masquerading as a school. Better late than never, I guess. But folks, this really is, as I mentioned at the start, a dramatic escalation in the war on parents, the war on families, to the point where they're now deploying war-fighting forces to go after parents who object to the pagan and godless sexualizing and grooming of their children. Frankly, I don't think resigning or being fired is enough. There is a federal statute on the books that makes it a serious federal crime to violate or try to violate somebody's constitutionally protected rights under color of law, and that's exactly what happened here. There is absolutely no authority for the military or the police or anybody else to be targeting a concerned mother worried about the well-being of her child. This is disgusting, folks. This is outrageous, and it's time for some accountability. And parents, you need to protect your children because obviously the government's not going to do it.